What's up, everyone? Hello and welcome to Kenny Bear's Arms. Colian Noir just had this awesome video, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because he wanted it to be shared. So I'm going to share it my own way, and you guys can go watch his whole video on his channel and make sure you like and subscribe and all that to him, because this Florida sheriff dude guy is a freaking Chad.
Sheriff, you mentioned the gun. Do we know how the suspects got a hold of the weapon?
Car burglaries. Ain't that right? All the gun laws we got in place didn't prevent it, did it? Neither will any new ones. Because here's the fact. The bad guy's going to get a gun no matter what law you have put in place. These juveniles shouldn't even possess a handgun, but they did.
Now, before I get into my take about this particular video, I just want to say, if you're watching this video right now, be sure to go down and push the thumbs up button, and be sure to share this to your YouTube community if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you have. Now, about this sheriff, it is incredibly refreshing to hear a sheriff speak this way. You know, usually anytime we talk about violence committed with firearms, it's the same thing. They blame the gun. We need more gun control. We need to pass this law to ban this gun, to ban that high capacity magazine, and all this other nonsense. And
happening here.
We literally understand that criminals are always going to find a way to get their hands on firearms. But the biggest issue is the lack of accountability that we seemingly don't want to place on people who engage in criminality.
This group of juveniles were involved in committing burglaries and robberies, which they were referred to as a lick. But the fact is, society fails it. We do not hold our juveniles accountable. We minimize their actions.
I don't understand it. We don't do this with any other object or tool in this country except for the firearm. Anytime somebody does something bad with a gun, we blame the gun. If somebody does something bad with the car, we blame the person.
It's like the same thing here in Minnesota lately. And it's not even, more to his point, it's not even so much the gun per se. Like even here with the car thefts being just wildly out of control in Minneapolis, they were just trying here in Minnesota to pass a law that saying that, you know, Kia Hyundai need to do something about this. It's like, you guys, Kia Hyundai already addressed the security measure issue that they had, but they're still going to try and pass this law to force like Kia Hyundai to take care of this. But it's like, what are they going to have really do? Like Kia Hyundai go to everyone's door that owns a Kia and blah 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 and fix it there? No, you'd still have to rely on the person to bring their Kia Hyundai into the dealership to get the update remedied and stuff. No, but let's blame the car company for. So it's starting to like spew out from just blame the gun. It's starting to spew out into a greater thing than just that. It's like, but blame the car company for the rash of car thefts. No. Let's not arrest and punish these criminals, these children that are, you know, I don't know if they don't have parents at home, or if they're running away from home, or if they're just bored out of their minds, or what the deal is, but it's happening in my own state of Minnesota here, and it's just they're getting let out of jail and juvenile and whatever on like bail, or just such small like I wouldn't even call them necessarily punishments, really. It's like it's like fishing. It's like catch and release, you know, and they're just shocked when they come back and they do it again. It's like they're not learning their lesson. We need to actually like address more fundamental issues and actually punish and be like have like harsh punishments for doing this stuff. Like, dude, no, this can't happen.
If somebody does something bad with a knife, we blame the person. If somebody does something bad with any other tool, we blame the person. But when it comes to firearms, for some odd reason, we blame the firearm.
I know each of you in the media here and viewers out there probably heard us in law enforcement or even in community events talk about what is the problem. And I'm going to go ahead and address the first thing that I know it's going to come up, because there are individuals out there viewing, and to include some of you media, that want to blame the one thing that has no ability or the capacity to commit the crime itself, and that's the gun. These individuals committed the crime.
Somebody want to let me know when firearms became these amorphous beings of humanity and light that they can breathe and they have souls and they think all of a sudden they can act on their own? They clearly can't. I started a whole campaign on social media called Still Waiting. And the whole concept of it is I have a gun that sits on the table and I'm still waiting for it to get up and actually commit a crime on its own. Because every time we have this conversation, we're blaming the firearm. Why are we blaming a tool for the actions of humans? And you see this consistently. But no, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to address that.
Don't blame a
because
shovel
we've
for
allowed
digging a
ourselves
hole,
to
do
be
you?
tricked into believing that the guns are the issue. The people are the issue. The guns don't do anything if it's not influenced by the person. The person has to pick up a firearm and actually engage in the action. But for some reason, we don't talk about that. We say we need gun control. We need to pass this law. We need background checks. Criminals are going to get guns.
That's what I don't get either. It's like, clearly the laws that we have in place aren't working, aren't fixing the problem, aren't deterring criminals. So why do we keep passing more gun laws as if the other ones, like, isn't that the definition of insanity right there? Like, literally passing more and more gun laws, expecting the gun laws, these new gun laws, to fix the ones that the previous ones didn't? No, like, these aren't loopholes. Like, we already have background checks, and if you are a clean person and you want to go do some horrible shit, guess what? You can probably go buy a gun legally because you already are a clean person. They don't have a rap sheet. But these criminals, they circumvent the background checks by stealing guns. They commit a crime to commit a crime. It's like, no. Ugh.
People just have to understand that criminals are going to get guns. They're out there. There's 400 million of them in this country. They're going to find a way to get guns. The people in this particular story, the criminals in this story, they got the guns by stealing them. They stole the firearms. So what makes you think that any law is going to prevent them from getting their hands on guns? They're breaking a law to break another law. It's illegal for them to have guns, so they break one law to acquire the thing they're not supposed to legally have anyway. How do you create a law for this, save for banning them entirely? And that is the point that I like to hit on over and over and over again, that a lot of people don't want to believe. That when these leaders talk about gun control, they only talk about it from the standpoint of control. That is the goal. The goal is control. They know that criminals are still going to get guns. They're not worried about criminals. Honestly, they're not worried about criminals having guns. They're worried about you having guns because they cannot control you. The masses just take the accountability away.
I've got a particular media who has a problem with putting photos of juveniles out. Now, we do it what the law says we can do. Put these photos out. I put myself in the shoes of those mothers because I heard one of them say it. I wish I would have known what this one was doing and who they were, because my kid never would have hung out with them. And to think and believe, to minimize any actions that is criminal of a juvenile,
accountability in the family,
disservice, and frankly, stupid to think. We need to hold them accountable. And I'll go back to you, add your question. A simple burglary, as some people will say, but I don't consider anything simple when it comes to a burglary. The law allows me, I'll plaster their face up on this page, up on my page, up on media. I will hand it out if the law allows me, because parents have the right to know who their kids are hanging out with and preventing this.
And they say, you know what? No, it isn't the criminal's fault for what he did. It's because of the gun. Do you see how moronic that sounds? But they have to do that because if they can make the problem the gun, they can sell you gun control. If the problem are the people, they can't sell you gun control because the gun control is not going to.
Well, I'll stop it there, you guys, because it's probably getting long in the tooth, and you should go watch his video anyway and give him the support instead of me. But I just wanted to share a couple of my 2 cents and share this video with you guys because, oh my gosh, that Florida sheriff dude is an absolute Chad stud, real man. Like, what happened to people like him? Like, where's the backbone in our society now? Where did all that go? Why do we not hold these criminals accountable for what they're doing, especially if they're children? Like, they need to, like, really get their ass whooped, I think, or something like that, and just like get a lesson learned. Like, this is crazy to me. I don't understand it. Like, and it just keeps happening, and it's going to happen more and more unless someone actually wants to put a stop to it. And the more and more it happens, the worse and worse it's going to get, all across the board. It's just going to keep snowballing and snowballing until it's wildly out of control. Oy vey. I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Go see Colia Noir's video and channel if you're not already subscribed to him. If you're somehow watching my channel and not his channel, like, wow, that's impressive. But he's got some of the best content you'll find out there as far as firearm stuff is concerned, especially the 2A, like law side of it, and all that stuff, and then just actual like firearm content, really good stuff. And I just wanted to, this just stunned me when I saw it, and I was just like, wow, I need to share my thoughts too, because this is what happened. What happened?